Hey, Soul Tribe. Okay, so like I said, if you caught my post, I wanted to get as close to the certification as possible to that event before I pulled cards and asked my spirit team questions. So we are going to ask a few questions, and we're going to get the general energy of today, and then we're going to get the energies of President Harris and President Biden. Okay, so we're going to keep it simple. Okay, show us the energy, please. See, they pushed my hand right there. Show us the energy, please. There we go. Thank you. Put that out a little further. There we go. Can we see a yes, please? Thank you. Clear. Can we see a no, please? Thank you. Clear. So yes is front to back. No is side to side, as usual. But you got to check. If it was different, I wouldn't be talking to my spirit team wouldn't be talking to me. It would be an energy other than a ghosty. Okay. Will the electoral votes be certified today, January 6th? No. Clear, please. Will Kamala Harris be inaugurated as the President of the United States in the year of 2025? That's a yes. Thank you, please. Will the inauguration of Kamala Harris happen in March of 2025? No. And I ask that because some readers are catching March. The thing is, and I'm not boasting, I tend to pick up the energies of things way before they happen. Okay, so when the pandemic hit, that was when our healing started, our healing from trauma and stuff like that. That's when that started because we were forced to slow down and practice some introspection. My introspection started way before that. I'm going to say about 2 years before that. Ooh, it was rough. Oh my gosh. One thing at literally back-to-back stuff coming up to get it out and heal it. And some of you may have been experiencing some of that the past couple of days, by the way. I have been experiencing that. It's been a rough few days, but here we are and we're all right. We're okay. So that's why I asked March, because I'm being told February. Remember, Mars comes out of retrograde. Mars, the planet of war and conflict, comes out of retrograde on the 23rd of February. So let's ask, will Kamala Harris be inaugurated as President of the United States in February of 2025? That's a yes. Clear, please. Will the states that have not certified yet certify by February of 2025? Okay, clear, please. Lost it. Okay, that was a yes, by the way. For the certifications of all the states by February. All right, will Donald Trump be inaugurated legally in the year of 2025? That's a no. Here's a question. Will Donald Trump hold a fake inauguration? That's a yes. Clear, please. Will he hold this fake inauguration at Mar-a-Lago? Thank you. Clear, please. Will it be a binding inauguration? A legal a legally binding inauguration. That's a big fat no. Oh, thank the gods and the goddesses. Don't get me started. Okay. Anger. There was a lot of nastiness in the comments. And I will talk about that next video because we're going to keep this one as positive as possible. But anger. And I have been pissed off for the last 3 days. And I could not figure out why. Everything's going so well in my personal life. Everything is going so well. Better than it ever has ever. In the whole 59 years, almost 60. On the 4th of February, I will be 60. My life has not gone better in 59 years than it is now. So I'm like, where the heck is this coming from? Well, Spirit says it's not yours. Okay. It took me time to process that it wasn't mine and move through that and get back to the fairly happy little person that I have been. But if you're feeling that anger, it's probably not yours. You're going to be okay. All right. Energies for today, January 6th, 2025. 6 of Cups. That is a happy, joyous, emotionally fulfilled card. It can also be a generational wealth card. Again, wealth in whatever form you perceive it. But it is cups, so I'm thinking emotional wealth. So that will be the general energy of today. The World. There's a lot of cards that speak to endings of cycles and beginnings of new ones, and this is no different, but this is on a very big scale. This is the I have the world in my hand scale of happiness. I have the world in my hand. My hands. Four of Pentacles, holding on to what's ours. Page of Wands. Passionate message coming through. A quickly moving message. A message that comes in fast. The Empress. Yeah, Empress. That's a word or not. Oh my goodness. Empress. Empress is not a word. Shelley, it's not a thing. Okay, the Empress. Well, she's the embodiment of all of the queens. And we are going to call that card our President Harris card today. Grounded, passionate, nurturing. The Hierophant. Doing things in a traditional manner. Not allowing for any loopholes. Thank you, Spirit. That was a good one. I'm impressed. These two came out. Four of Swords. That is the... today, the energy of the Four of Swords is the clarity. It's the... Okay, I've rested up. Which, in a traditional, say, a Rider-Waite deck, the person would be lying on a bed and the 3 swords above and 1 below. The 1 below would be the protection. The 4 above would be the clarity. Right? So I'm feeling that the resting portion of this process is over. Swords, clarity. They have their clarity. I forgot to ask the pendulum something, and I'm going to, after we do this little energy checkup spread here for the general energy. So, Queen of Wands. Oh. Queen of Wands. That's Avril Haines. I almost said Avril Lavigne or Lavigne, whatever. Please don't correct me. Please, I can't do it anymore. Okay, yeah. All right, 7 of Cups. Many choices. Many options. Thank you, Spirit. This is the many options. She doesn't look all that confused to me. Can't see her face, but doesn't have the posture of confusion. To me, she has the posture of, okay, these are the choices that we have. The Hierophant. Let's move forward with those. No loopholes. No squirming. No squirming room. Thank you, Spirit. No squirming room. Can't make this stuff up. Justice. Regaining the balance. I'm thinking about making t-shirts that say, can't make this stuff up, or can't make this S blank, 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 blank up. We'll talk about it. And we'll figure out which word we want to use. Maybe do both. Okay. Yeah, Justice. Beautiful. 8 of Swords. That is not in regards to us or the people that we are supporting. This is the people who, this is the trapped card. Okay, 8 of Swords. It's not us that's trapped. So we can take that card in 2 ways. We're moving away from feeling trapped, and that energy is felt by the people that we do not support. So we are talking about F-Rump and the Space Cadet. Rump. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles, that's collaboration. 3. President Harris. President Biden. And, well, in this case, it's going to be Avril Haines. Okay. Although Mark Rutte will be involved in the communication part of it. Let me ask the pendulum a question. Will Mark Rutte and Avril Haines speak publicly about the election fraud? That's a yes. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Act like you care, would you? Okay, so now I forgot the other question I was going to ask with the pendulum. That's okay. It'll come to me or it won't. If it doesn't, it's all good. Maybe I wasn't supposed to ask it. King of Pentacles. That's Mark Rutte. Knight of Pentacles. We have an awful lot in some readers do consider the Pentacles in this situation as votes. So we can roll with that if you'd like. We can roll with that. Bring the truth of the voting to the light. That's the task of this night. What's on the bottom? Ah! Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. Ending of one cycle, beginning of another. the Emperor, and that is President Biden. Today we have the Empress for President Harris and the Emperor for President Biden. He knows what he's doing. Nine of Swords, the rest before the final battle. So I'm going to take this as saying that, yes, the final battle is coming. I want to ask the pendulum something. Don't mind me if I'm all over the place, but I have to ask these things when I think of them, or I forget them. Will there be violence at the House of White when the election fraud information comes out today? Or, hold on. Okay, we'll do it both ways. Will there be violence at the House of White when the election fraud information comes out? Yeah. See, I told you that's why they put those barriers up. There's been little hints everywhere. Hakeem Jeffries saying, we're not accusing anyone of election fraud or something to that note. We're not doing that on this side of the aisle. And it was disheartening at first when I heard that. But once I calmed down a little bit, because remember, I just spent the past 3 days so angry, feeling everybody else's stuff. And I'm feeling what is going to be felt here. I'm not feeling what's being felt now. I'm feeling what's going to be felt. People are going to be angry. Okay? So when he said that initially, I was disheartened. So I was in a bad space. And then this morning, I was able to listen to what Spirit was telling me. And Spirit's like, it's a ruse. They're redirecting the focus off of, even F-Rump knows something's going down because he's guilty of it. Otherwise, how would he know that? See my point? Oh my goodness. Anywho, so that to me was first of all, it was a poke at the ridiculous accusations in 2020 when it has been trickling out that he was actually trying to do the voter fraud then. See, I told you he's been planning that. At least since 2016. He's been planning that. And then he acted on it in 2020 with accusing other people of stealing votes. Classic narcissist move. So anywho, excuse me. Yeah, I was a little disheartened. But that's all good. Moving on. Now let's ask a question. And I don't know what the answer is because I haven't asked the question yet, but we're going to find out together. Will President Harris or President Biden be harmed during these violent acts? Clear, please. Will President Biden be harmed physically during these violent acts? There we go. No. I had to be a little more specific. Even though my spirit guides know what I mean, by the way. Even Libby from Meister Tarot says, the spirit guides know what you mean. They know who you're talking about. See? Yes. Will President Harris be harmed physically during the violence that ensues? No. Okay. See, I should have asked that other question. So now I got two questions I can't remember. It's all good. Sorry. I know I'm all over the place. This is kind of an impromptu, didn't think on it beforehand reading. And sometimes they turn out the best. Page of Swords. A message bringing truth. Bringing clarity. Nine of Wands. The wounded warrior protecting. Two meetings. This has been happening an awful lot. And by the way, some of my decks are not working for me anymore. So there's some that you just won't see. The angel message for the day, messages, that one's just not working, and the regular Rider-Waite is not working, so I've ordered two new decks, different decks. It happens. They're just, it's like, okay, we're done now. Nine of Wands, so two meanings. Us protecting what is ours, because we have been emotionally wounded, okay? And also, F-Rump and the Space Cadet trying to protect what they think is theirs. And again, I don't understand. I mean, President Space Cadet, for crying out loud. Ugh. Shouldn't even, his name is Wes, he shouldn't even be in this mess. His face is too far in this stuff. Five of Cups. This is F-Rump and the Space Cadet having to move on. Their cups are empty. There is nothing left for them. I'm going to pick two more, and then we're going to get to the energies of President Biden, President Harris. Knight of Wands. Again, Knights complete a task. This is a task of passion. Knights protect the kingdom. They protect the king and the queen. This is what's happening. One more. Whoop, that one flew out. Couldn't be more perfect. The Death card. Death, rebirth, transformation. Okay, that was beautiful. So let's check on President Biden. See what his energy is today. President Biden, please, Spirit Team. My goodness. 4 all at once, we could do that. The Knight of Wands again. Chariot. Swift movement forward. Fast. Balance. And we had the Justice card for the general energy. Balance. Justice. Moving forward. Ace of Swords. Bringing the truth. Start new beginnings because of that truth. Promise. The flowers, promise. 6 of Pentacles. Celebration. Building a foundation. Camaraderie. Coexistence, I'm hearing. Coexistence. Knight of Wands, again. Bringing that message. Did we assign Mark Ruta? I think we did. We should have assigned him the Knight of Wands. That can be his energy either way. But it is President Biden's energy, because that's what he's doing. He's completing a task. Oh, I know what we were going to ask. Will President Biden stay in the presidency until Kamala Harris is inaugurated as president in 2025? Yes. Seven of Pentacles, they're confused. And they're creating confusion. Thank you, Spirit. This is not President Biden's energy. They're confused. F-Rump and the Space Cadet and all their minions are confused. 1 minute, F-Rump sees it coming, and the next he's confused. Okay, that is his, well, he's always been like that. Switching up when it's convenient. Oh, I know I said this earlier, but I'm saying the other thing 2 minutes later. That's always been who he is. Whatever fits the situation and whatever he thinks is going to work best for him. But that is his confusion. They're going to be confused when this truth comes out, which boggles my mind, because I was watching I was watching a video that, and thank you so much, by the way, for all the links. I really appreciate those. What's her name? Jessica Denson? You know who I'm talking about. And she had the clips of, we don't need your votes. We don't need your votes. We already have our votes. And then she showed a clip of the space cadet during an interview, and I don't know who the interviewer was with because I don't do news. So I'm ignorant to that, and I'm going to stay ignorant to that because I'm not doing news until they get themselves together. But it showed the space cadet laughing and giggling about, oh yeah, I did something wrong. I messed up. I'm going to prison. Am I going to be able to see my kids? How much clearer does this have to be? Personally, I think that when people are campaigning for the presidency or a government office, that the gaslighting and the name calling and the finger pointing should not be allowed. Because then the opposition that doesn't want to act like that has to do it too. They just have to. President Harris did it very nicely. She was very diplomatic when she was doing her little finger pointing, as in, she just did a good job. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get too much into that, but yeah, she did a great job of that. But she didn't want to do that, okay? President Biden didn't want to do the things that he had to do to campaign. Just F-Rump, just nasty and salty all the time. The Fool. Taking a leap of faith. Temperance. Balance. Finding balance. Will President Biden and President Harris be able to prove the election fraud? Yes. Will F-Rump be able to wiggle out of these accusations? No. Thank you, Spirit. King of Pentacles. Grounded, stability. That's what President Biden will bring to us, is grounding and stability. The Hierophant. He is finally, and knock on wood, seriously, I have not seen a 5 of Wands. I have not seen the argument card. Let me make sure I'm not lying. Nope, no argument card. He's finally getting the blessing that he needs from the other powers that be that are involved in exposing. 10 of Wands, it's a heavy load still. But that load has been lightened. You have to read the energy of the card, not just the picture on it. His load has been lightened because people are finally getting on board. Because what I'm hearing is that F-Rump is just, people are just angry with him and done with his BS. 3 of Cups, there's our celebration card. Get it closer, there you go. Oh, see all the bunnies. Happy bunnies. And the Hanged Man coming out of this. Coming out of that stuck. Okay, so the The Eight of Swords is going to be the trapped card. The Hangman is the I'm stuck, I can't move forward card. All done with this. Moving on. The Magician. He's working his magic. President Biden is working his magic. He knows what he's doing. He ain't stupid. He is not stupid. Six of Swords. That is not President Biden. This is what is going to happen. The moving on. Being all forlorn about it. Oh, boo-hoo, poor me, but why? Cry me a river. That is F-Rump. That was our last two for President Biden. Let us do a President Harris. We might have time for some oracles. Six of Cups. Nostalgia. Again, putting things back the way they were. Thank you, Spirit. She's getting put back where she belongs. In office. Thank you, Spirit. She's getting put back where she belongs. Revisiting. Now, I made a weekly and it was pointed right to what's going on right now because that's where everybody is in their heads, right? We're all right in this, okay? And it talked about generational wealth in that reading too. I think we had that in this one. Talking about generational wealth, but generational wealth, the wealth of emotional wealth, well-being, the wealth of well-being. Thank you, Spirit. This card is backing up the card from the weekly. The weekly's real short, by the way. It was all coming out about the energies of right now concerning that certification, so it's okay. Information coming in real fast. And I'm still hearing, we are not going to hear everything that we need to hear. And how... You might hear it from MSNBC. Because they're nasty and salty too. They really are. Like, they're gonna pound on whoever is the closest to them. Whoever's in their general vicinity or their line of sight, right? So you might hear about this stuff from MSNBC. It's still biased, okay? It's still biased. They're going to tell you what they want you to know. But we're not going to hear all of this. We're going to have to take comfort in the confirmation of the votes not being certified. That's what we have to do. We have to take our comfort from whatever we're getting. All this reader's been saying and some longer, but for a couple of months, that the information's going to come out, but it's going to be slow. It's going to be in tidbits, and we're not going to know the whole thing. We may not ever know the whole thing. But it could take... I personally think that people are going to want the entire situation to be recorded for historical purposes so that this is not repeated again. In case some people didn't learn their lesson this time. Because they sure didn't learn it in 2020. President Harris, energy, please. King of Wands. So there's her strength. There's the masculine energy of movement. That was a good one, Spirit. The masculine energy of movement. physical action is masculine energy. And the wands are about that movement, and they're also about being passionate about something. Rooted in passion, rooted in the truth. Wheel of Fortune. Goes around, comes around. Now that's twice we've got this card. What goes around, comes around. Things being righted. End of one cycle, beginning of another. Four of Swords. Is the, I can rest now. Now, a lot of the time, this is I'm just not doing this anymore. So we can say that this is she's not putting up with this crap. She's just not going to have it. She's not having it. She's just not going to. Four of Cups. See that happy face? Grateful. Happy. I'm hearing the word relieved. Ace of Wands. New beginnings. Passionate forward movement. Well, there's that Ten of Wands again. Load is being lightened. But I mean, it's getting lighter. It's still heavy, but it's getting lighter. President Biden got that too. It's getting lighter. The Lovers, balance, partnerships. What's on the bottom here? There's that left out in the cold card. Not President Harris's energy, but the energy of what is to come for F-Rump and the Space Cadet. Coming out of this energy of feeling trapped. President Biden got that one too, I think. No, that was a general energy. Eight of Swords for the general energy, yep. Okay, coming out of that trapped energy. Seven of Wands, having the vantage point. Being able to protect oneself. See the spears pointed at him. Hearing the word knowledge. Knowledge is power. Death, rebirth, transformation. Let me turn off my alarm here. Okay. Death, rebirth, transformation. Beautiful thing. The Hierophant. Again, got this one already too. Doing things in a traditional manner, leaving zero loopholes. One more. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody left a comment. Let me answer you. We'll do questions next video, but let me answer you. Somebody said I'm getting the Tower a couple times. This is the Tower. This is the old powers that be crumbling, the old paradigms, the old structures beginning to crumble. Making way for the new to build a firmer foundation. Okay, that is President Harris. Let's get some oracles. Sacred Traveler. I like these because they have very specific words on them. Surrendering to the journey. Release control. That's what I've been hearing all morning. Release the control, the need to control. Let go of that ego. You have to release the idea of how things are going to happen. And trust that they will happen. Healing energy. Guidance. Guidance. In times of uncertainty, I ask God to guide me to the light in my being. I am directed to doors that will open inner freedom to me and step forward in trust. I release my fate to God and my faith is rewarded. Release my fate to God and my faith is rewarded. Okay, Mystic Journey. Spark. That would be the Star card. Trust, faith, hope. Wish upon a star, wish granted. Clarity. Take a moment to think about your situation to figure it out. Message from the guardian angels. Oh my goodness, we have 3. Okay, we'll take them. Breakthrough is first. No pictures, just pretty colors. Breakthrough. How many beautiful heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. And then we had Rainbow. You are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. That was the second time the word trust has come up. Third time, sorry. Trust. Affirmation. Be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think, or feel is thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life. As we acknowledge the divine order of life, the universe responds with ever great blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and creation responds accordingly. So I'm going to make my powerful statement of Kamala Harris is the rightful President of the United States and will be inaugurated in February, the year 2025. Okay, let's get a Starseed deck card. You're not alone. I've been feeling alone. So let's pull out of that together. You are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. We are a community. We had some bickering in the comment section. Let's try to avoid that. Please, you guys. Angel number 666. Reflection. When you allow time for reflection, you allow yourself to see where inner shifts are needed. It is time for you to look at your beliefs and ask, is this serving me, or is it time for me to release this? Reflect, refocus, and readjust. And the affirmation is, as I refocus on what serves my highest good, I feel myself shift into my highest self. So we're going to keep visualizing Kamala Harris, President Harris, sitting in that seat in the Oval Office. Signing all those papers with a different pen. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that. When the president is sworn in, at some point they go to the office, Oval Office, and they are given documents in leather-bound things, and there's a pen for each document. It's really cool. I watched President Biden do that. It was awesome. All right, you guys. Oh, keep the faith. Keep visualizing. Keep throwing that light out there. Shine it right out there. And a reminder, and this is not because I doubt anything. Energies change. And they can change between now and then. Okay? All right. Let me get this uploaded. Love you guys. See you later.